We are currently looking at a teacher's account, and when you log in, you come to the class view page. We're looking at the different classes. So this teacher belongs to a number of different schools, and these are the classes for this school. So inside the class tab, we can edit this. There's the link to the live session class. So we have a web conferencing platform, Classroom, and this would be the link, this link that would go there. We can also edit this class. So here you can see that in the CEFR we have the master testing course. We have not put any of the other CEFR courses in here, but here are the elements in the master test, the CEFR testing course. If you were to if you were to add another course here, runway, then you would have the list of runway lessons as well. So that's how that works. You can add a number of teachers. You can have more than one teacher per class, shared teachers and all that. Inside the classroom itself, you have this lesson calendar. Now, the lesson calendar is available here, or it's also available here inside the class. And here's where lessons can be assigned. And of course, we have lesson assignments, test assignments, and then instructional assignments. And these can be sequenced or non-sequenced. There's lesson plans for them. There's the end date and the start date that can be selected. And then once you have assigned them, they'll have a border. Like all of these are sequenced lessons, right? Because the border around them would change depending on what type of assignment it was. Then for schedules that you want to save, let's say you have 6 months and you've worked out all of your assignments and you want to save that, you can actually name this template, save it as a template, and then reuse it with alternative start date. So you really only have to build your courses once. You can come in and edit your templates if you want to change them at a later date and that kind of thing. Another scheduler we have in here is the teacher scheduler. It's a completely different calendar, and the way it works is that you'd come in here as a teacher and you'd define your available times, and then this is a 2-hour block, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then within this available time block, we can schedule the 5 to 6 is for class 1, 6 to 7 is for class 2, and this is what drives our automated attendance system. Okay, so that's a second schedule. Inside the classroom, we have these very powerful classroom reports. And then also we have data on each student down here. Actually, this classroom is not a good one to look at. Let me go to this class instead. And here you've got the skills chart, which shows ongoing student skills, just a quick graphical report. You've got a view of the student diary, which tracks their work over, this class obviously started on May. You also have rubrics where you can tell what was on time, late, and not done for each lesson assignment. You also have the student notes and also the students' individual reports. Teachers can communicate with parents and students from here. View the tests, view the essay assignments, because many lessons have essays associated with them. Look at the settings here, turning the feedback on and off, the AI, the game time, font size, large or small, depending on the age of the students maybe. A lot of different settings, and then engagement settings too, for whether or not your attention tracking system on or off, right? Game settings and that kind of thing. There's more to say about the teacher's account, but the last thing I do want to show you maybe is if we jump into the lesson trajectory, we have these interesting settings here where I can't get into detail on how these work right now, but basically the way these settings are defined is so that you could either make it completely synchronous, where the teacher basically manages everything. You can make it completely asynchronous, where the system runs everything with placement, test, and intervention by itself. The system runs. or you could do something in the middle, depending on how you set up these settings for more of a blended learning experience. But I wanted to give a quick view. Oh, actually, one more thing too. Let me go back to this class, and I want to look at the pairs, student pairs, because here, I can actually randomly assign these students into groups, right? If I want 3 groups instead, I can randomly assign them, or I can set them myself. And what this means is the students would have, these 3 students would share notes that these kids couldn't see, and these 2 students would share notes that these couldn't see. And so you can do custom, like you can break the larger group into smaller groups and manage the classes in that way as well. Alright, so that's a quick overview of the teacher's account in GEC.